July is an interesting month. It's a month that starts a completion cycle. Completion cycles are interesting. They combine a roadmap to areas that we need to say either farewell or goodbye, in areas that we need to let it go, as well as areas that we need to actually gain more serious about and put our intention and attention more um, clearly. And this month's July, in the numeric chart of the months, is starting a completion cycle of a process that started for all of us as a collective in 2019 in the months of October. So you can think what was actually occurring in the months of October? What was happening that is coming to some closure in July? That closure process in July will continue through August, about 3 weeks through August. Like the last week in August, things will open up a little bit more than we are used to. We actually experience in the last 3 months 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That will change last week in August, September, in that time cycle. Let me talk a little bit about the way to actually keep completion cycle in a favorable way, even though it's sometimes it feels like we lost something because we need to let go of some aspect in our lives. It's actually the area is an opportunity to upgrade our ability to communicate our process, our ability to engage with other about what's going on for us that we put to rest so we can actually tap in to a different entity or to a different persona, you can say, in the months to come. Because we all, I'll tell you that, we all need to take on different persona at the time. Whatever worked so far is complete. So some of us, most of us, do not know what we need to take on in order to deal with the new normal and the new sense of consciousness that we are tapping into at this point in time. Couple of words about numerology. When in numerology is the science of patterns. Understanding our patterns, understanding our limits, as well as our potential is really crucial. And the science of numerology quantify or create order around unseen patterns that sometimes we don't even pay attention to or ignore. Like how many times we all seen certain repetitions in our lives, even in the form of numbers. Suddenly the number 7 repeat itself. The number 3 suddenly appears in some sort of like sequence. How many times many of us see 1111? 11 is about spiritual mastery. And by the way, July, the base of this month's chart, is associated with that spiritual mastery, is associated with number 11 and the aspect of what it needs to, what we need to do to create a focus or to create a sense of inspiration that will take us to a different 9-month cycle, you can say. So we can ask ourselves, what is inspiring me or motivating me at this point in time. Some of the things that will help that process to be clear about it is really to create a journal or create some sort of creative framework to actually start to speculate on creative ideas. Humor will also generate that. Don't take it too seriously. We come into completion. It can be somewhat heavy. Don't take it too seriously. It's really a gift that will provide us an opportunity to tap into the things that really matters to us, as well as the direction we want to focus on. So when it comes to numbers, that's the place to start to look into. Last but not least, I would like to invite you to consider exploring the science of number through a longer commitment. We're going to start a new cycle of a certificate program with everyday mystical numerology. It's a 6 to 7 months process where we're going to actually understand the characteristics of number, the archetypes, how to maintain our patterns in a positive pole, time cycles, significant numbers, transformer numbers, which are the numbers, for instance, that actually transform challenge into opportunity, and how actually to build one's chart and how to actually consult other people through their numeric chart, helping people to create certain clarity with their unseen patterns, provide an opportunity for all of us to actually tap to a potential that is hidden. And that's all I want to talk at this point in time. Hari Om.